you're comparing a pickup truck to a semi. Like, what are you gonna do? Yeah, one's gonna pull more weight. I don't like. There's no other way around it. So, what's up, guys? We'll keep this pretty casual because I just thought of this and I didn't want to waste your time. So, I saw at Jersey Mike's today. I'm out getting lunch with my family and my in-laws, and I saw their flat top was on. Their knobs had the temperatures on it, and theirs was on 350. And I'll try to put the picture, but it wasn't a very good picture that I got. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a good point, because these knobs on pretty much all the griddles are high, medium, low. So why is that? I figure I'd go over the difference between a residential griddle and a commercial griddle, or one at home or one in a restaurant. Because, like, I've spent, if you watch my channel, maybe you haven't watched my channel, I worked at Bob Evans for 2 years in restaurants, and I worked in commercial kitchens for 20 years of my life until just about a year ago. So from like 16 to 36, like, that's all I did is work in food. So let me explain the differences between the two, and it'll help you understand your griddle at home and kind of what you're working with. So a commercial griddle, we'll start there, in a restaurant, is going to be stainless steel most of the time. It's going to be super thick. Probably going to cost a couple grand at minimum. So this means it's going to hold temp a lot better. Maybe some people watch my videos have worked in restaurants, and they can comment down below too. I'd appreciate all your feedback and help. But if you've worked in restaurants, it's going to hold temp a lot better because of that, okay? Because it's so thick. But also, it's inside. So like Jersey Mike's, like I said, had it at 350. Well, that's because they're inside. So like that knob turning to that temperature setting with that much gas coming through will always be 350, because it's inside. It's always probably going to be somewhere like, I don't know what they keep their restaurant at, 70 degrees or something. I don't know, 75. But so it's always going to be the same thing no matter what. Whereas outside, totally different story. So outside, we are on our residential griddle, and those knobs say low, medium, high. Why? Because they don't know where you're cooking at. The people selling the griddle, they don't know what the altitude is. They don't know what time of year it is. So all that's going to play a factor in how hot your griddle gets. So probably my guess would be, if you're Blackstone or Camp Chef or whoever's making griddles nowadays, Pit Boss or Traeger or whatever, if you put 350 on there and then someone uses it, in the middle of wintertime in Ohio, just throwing that state out there randomly, no reason, then it's not going to be 350. It's going to be lower than that, because you don't know how cold it is outside, and then they're going to be like, oh, your griddle doesn't work. I said 350, and it's not getting hot enough. And it's like, nah, man, you're outside. That's different. So we just got to go low, medium, high, and you got to figure it out, which is why you need to buy an infrared thermometer. That's why I think everybody needs to buy an infrared thermometer. It's necessary to griddling. So then you learn your spots. Also, you're talking about, like, I don't know, quarter, half-inch thick on these griddles compared to the commercial flat tops in a diner or whatever. It's like, a couple inches thick, like with natural gas, like a lot of gas coming to it. I shouldn't say natural. It doesn't matter if it's natural or propane. That shouldn't matter. It should be changed at the orifices no matter what. So you're not going to get a more consistent burn with either one. It's really the thickness of the griddle. So, and that's why you're going to get inconsistencies outside. You need that thermometer. It's also why, side note, I don't know, I forget the brands, and I'm not calling people out because I haven't used them, but when I've seen a couple that have like the temperature like digitally on there, and I'd love to like test one of those, or if anybody has any feedback, like, where are they getting that temp from? Like, how do they know that's what your griddle is at? Maybe it's accurate, maybe it's not. I just wonder, because it's like, is that just them guessing, or is there a probe somewhere under the griddle so that they know that's what temperature the griddle is at? But even if it's under the griddle, how is it getting the top side of the griddle, depending on what the ambient temperature of the air is? I mean, that's why you need the gun. I don't know. I just think you need the gun, So, like, I don't know. It just gives you an idea. You're also going to have way more hot and cold spots because, again, it's thinner than commercial griddle. So I mean, those are just, that's what it is. It's $500, or it used to be $500. I mean, now griddles can be up to $1,000. So it's like, but still, there's just gonna be limitations to it. You know what I mean? You go to a diner and you see like a giant griddle. I mean, it's probably $4,000 or $5,000. Like, that's what you're gonna get. Like you're comparing a pickup truck to a semi. Like what are you gonna do? Yeah, one's gonna pull more weight. I don't like. There's no other way around it. So so hopefully it gives you an idea if you've ever had experience working in a commercial restaurant as to why they're different. Hopefully it also gives you an idea as an owner at home of what you need to do differently with your griddle, you know, as far as learning it and learning the temps and why it's like, man, they just crank out eggs so easily and I can't do eggs. It's like, because they get hot, man. They get really, really hot, and your eggs should be around 300 to 325. And these things, when all 4 burners on low on mine, after 10 minutes, I'm already at 375 like that. I mean, I'm already there. So, I mean, that's the difference between the two. I just saw that today at Jersey Mike's, and, you know, I really thought, hopefully, it'd be a helpful explanation for people. I hope it was helpful for you. If anybody out there has worked in restaurants or commercial flat tops and has comments or suggestions or anything, please feel free to put them in the comments. I really, really appreciate it. I'd love for the comment section to be another place for people to learn and to get better and to make great meals for their families on the griddle, which makes great memories. And that, in my opinion, is what it's all about, is just cooking for your family and your friends and having a great time. So thanks for watching. Keep on griddling, friends.